It's like I run out of energy and then I put on the headphones.
Right? And all of a sudden you're like, damn, I can perform again.
And I hear your warm, delicious, professional voice.
Hello.
And it's like a jolt of energy.
Hello.
The sound of your voice gives me wings.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to Bad Libs.
Dude, once again, gay Libs has taken over. Dude. It's like, we just want to be Twitter. Nope, you're Grindr.
Your grinder is fuck.
All right, welcome to Bad Libs, episode 8 of the Afterbirth.
Hi, everybody.
This is Zach Miller and
James Schlarman.
co-hosts in this adventure of trying to make comedy out of the that is the United States in Donald Trump's second term. Much ughier than his first term. We can all agree.
Yeah. It's not a sequel I want to watch.
What would you do as the multiplier for the for term 1 versus term 2? Is it 10 times?
Oh, no. I think it's exponential, dude. I really do.
Is it though?
Yeah, because I think regardless of whether he thinks he talks about a third term, I think he knows he doesn't even have it in him anyway. So he knew if he gets his second term, he stays out of jail and he just gets to ride out on the fucking sun into the sunset. That's what I think anyway. So that's why he's been so much worse.
That is great that you started with that conversation and context, because actually the first thing I wanted to talk about is that Trump is king. He is king at changing the subject.
King of deflection.
That is literally what all this is. Besides it being a TV show that he sees himself as executive producing,
100%.
He finally gets to be Mark Burnett, but with an unlimited budget.
Right. No,
and a military.
Kristi
and the
Noem
FBI. And the CIA.
Right.
I'm Mark Burnett plus the CIA. You're fired.
Oh, man.
On Truth Social, that's how he fired Kristi Noem.
Right.
The point is, he's king of changing the subject.
Yes, he is.
And now what?
Well, we're at war with Iran and in Venezuela. And he says maybe Cuba if he feels like it.
I understand, but that's part of the TV show.
Oh, I see. So
but the core problem...
What do you mean now what? What do we do?
How do we stop changing the subject? It's about focus and our media environment.
Yeah,
that I'm contributing to right now.
Right, which is what I was going to say. I think instead of doing what the mainstream... God, I hate using that term and sounding like one of them. But, whatever, mainstream, corporate, whatever. They're going to have their narratives and their focuses that they're going to put everybody's attention on. And I think it's important for people like you and me and everybody else in this podcast, independent media sphere, whatever the hell, if you're not attached to the hip to somebody who's going to be zipping your lip about what you're talking about, I think the first step is we use the best constitutional tool that we have, which is our freedom of speech and expression. And we keep asking the questions, because that's why the Epstein thing never went away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But people aren't listening to each other. I wasn't even just listening to you when you were talking.
Well, that's because we smoked literally 2 joints before we started recording.
First of all, since we're on the official record of the Anunnaki, I want to make sure I add an official disclaimer to that. Mm-hmm. James smoked 2 joints.
Sure, totally. Yeah.
I took a little hit of a clove cigarette because I'm naughty.
And he didn't even inhale.
And then I took 2 Alpha Brains.
Yeah.
Snorted 3 lines of cocaine.
Oh, that explains it.
And I don't know how good it was because it was from the Chinese homie down the street. He seems like he's new to the coke game. It's probably cut 9 different ways from Sunday.
You're going to have to shit later, definitely.
I've actually never done cocaine, so that we're clear. I've had my asshole licked more times than I've done cocaine. If you want some reference.
So wild. The only time I've ever done cocaine is when I'm licking an asshole. So.
And I haven't had it licked that many times, real talk. I've done cocaine that few times. Once in Ibiza, Spain.
Ooh, Ibiza.
Right.
That's how you know you've really been there, because you use the ustedes form. You're not using...
That's correct.
Right? Ibiza.
Yeah, dude.
So you got your buthel licked in Ibiza?
No, I did.
Oh, you did cocaine?
I did yayo in Ibiza. on the back of a toilet seat.
I forgot we were talking not just about licking buttholes.
I mean, not on the toilet seat, on the back of the toilet, like the top. I did a little yippity-scrippity, dude. Like, it was about like no cocaine. It was so small. I've always been so paranoid about hard street drugs.
You don't want to go out like Len Bias?
This particular hard street drug was purchased from some type of African fellow. And I don't mean like Detroit African. I mean like African, which is fine. But I'm not really trying to buy cocaine off homie.
Right.
I want to get designer cocaine from Johnny fucking Depp.
Right. And
if
what
cocaine's not from Johnny Depp,
no, I'm
not doing it. We need to look at things from that perspective when we're taking in our news.
Focus.
Focus is mad important. You have to keep your eye on the ball because Trump is like Iran is to say that a war with Iran is a distraction would be a wild thing to say.
Right. If
15 years ago.
Right, for sure.
But it could literally when and that's why he's fighting this war like this.
Yeah.
He's never gonna put fucking troops in Iran.
Right.
Never.
Well, I hope not. Dude.
He's not.
Yeah. That seems crazy.
He fucking won't. Mm-hmm. And our fucking enemies know it.
Yeah.
So we will suffer defeats in ways we can't even feel until after they've taken effect.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you dig what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Like when gas goes up to $6, it's just not another $25 a week you got to spend.
Right.
There's like 18 trillion other dominoes that sets off. And those dominoes don't all fall fast.
Yeah, and I was just listening on NPR to a guy who was part of the Obama administration when they released some of their the Biden administration when they released some of the strategic petroleum to try to ease gas prices when Biden was in office. And he said, here's the thing. All that does is really bring it down by like 25 cents a gallon temporarily because the amount of barrels that Iran is currently blockading and keeping from getting into the public mainstream is like 20% of the daily use. You're not going to make that up by getting a few million barrels out of Texas every now and again. So to your point, as gas prices go up to $6, guess what? They ain't coming back down, folks. Like
that part,
right? Like where were they at when we
went
into Afghanistan and Iraq?
None of these prices are coming back down.
Never.
Because we're never going to be in a fucking surplus inventory world again.
Right.
Because we've developed our entire economy as a drop ship economy through fucking China.
Yeah.
China can literally starve out the United States just by not doing anything.
Well, the United States minus California because we're so big and we have like all the food and stuff. But
I guess that's true. There are states that can feed themselves.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, no, China could crush us economically.
But as far as our economies,
I don't know. Yeah.
How much of our economy is required people who definitely have a job, essential, essential. And those are the only people that are going to be working.
Right. Well, remember what happened during COVID? It was just everybody that was, deemed essential was the people that all the other people working absolutely did actually rely on, right? The grocery workers, like all these people, right? So, yeah. So working at a grocery store will be a coveted job. Right.
It kind of already is. Like any job that's stable is pretty coveted to these young people, bro. Because there are no fucking stable jobs.
No, and even grocery store employees used to be an even better job when unions hadn't been decimated, even in this state.
Right.
Like if you could basically work at either Costco or a grocery store right now, I always tell my kids, I'm like, dude, go apply for those places first, because at least you'll get in on the ground floor of something where they treat you a little bit better.
Dude, grocery stores are like fucking casinos now.
Yeah.
All they do is collect cash all fucking day.
Yeah.
Every person in that line is dropping $50, $100, some $200, $300.
Yeah, it depends how big their family
just nonstop.
Right?
So I don't know what that is an hour, but I talked to this grocery store dude recently that told me that his grocery store brought in $5 million a week in revenue.
Shit. That doesn't surprise me though, right? Like just given how expensive
A
food
big
is
suburban
and,
grocery store, and it's always busy.
Yeah,
bro.
and is it open 24 hours or anything?
No,
but
it's open from probably 5 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Jesus, man.
So whatever that is, 18 hours a day.
Yeah,
And they're doing just literally, it's always busy.
turning bills.
It
over.
might not be busy at 6 in the morning. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
never there at 6 in the morning, but
Yeah,
it's busy at fucking 9 o'clock at night.
Sure.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to get
Because
fed.
everybody's stuck working till 7, 8 o'clock by
Yep.
the time they get home in traffic, minimum.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and those are also the prices that are going to start skyrocketing as gas goes up because people that own those supermarkets have to pay whatever the fucking distributors are charging them for fuel, which is going to go up.
Well, yes. Everything we consume in our economy depends on gasoline to be moved.
Yeah, King Donald's turn the big fat fucker, and then it shouldn't.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, King Donald is a fucking idiot. Just like we always thought he was a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And he's also being used.
Yeah.
He might be more than an idiot.
Yeah.
He might be a fucking traitor.
Right.
Because literally these things, well, and I've been saying this since the first Bad Libs, homie, so check my respect on that. And that's real talk. What I said in the first Bad Libs was that Donald Trump is a Manchurian candidate in service of a Russian-backed Confederate revolution. Yeah. It's not that off.
No, I don't think it really is off at all. To be
and
totally
I don't know if
honest with you.
all of that's gonna come through.
Yeah.
I think this might just be a severe attack.
Yeah.
By our enemies. Like, if you look at Iran, who the fuck is getting everything they want? Russia.
That's why I posted.
I asked Google I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go.
I asked Google artificial intelligence, which I actually kind of dig. It's the only AI I use because I've been using Google search engines for 25 years.
Like you too.
Anyway, I asked Google AI who really benefits from the war in Iran.
Oh, God.
And Google AI was like the defense contractors.
Bingo.
Incumbent politicians.
Bingo.
Russia.
Yes.
And like nobody else.
Right.
I'm serious.
Yeah. No.
Saudi Arabia.
Sure. Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, Russia, incumbent politicians, defense contractors, and
Israel, maybe.
that they didn't.
Well, I guess
say
that's
Israel.
vis-a-vis United States.
Yo, not
benefiting.
even Google AI will talk shit on Israel, bro. Yo, man, just leave Israel out of it. But Russia, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
The question becomes: do you believe that Israel and Saudi Arabia are fucking?
Dude,
are getting along.
I don't know. And the
That's
wild,
my theory.
Can I tell you what's also wild to me is looking at it from the standpoint that Netanyahu might have just helped Russia vis-a-vis Iran. Like, you know what I mean? And like Iran and Russia have been so up each other's buttholes that's what allegedly caused us to have such a tight bond with Israel, right? Because we're defending them from Iran. And now because Netanyahu gets what he wants, Putin ultimately gets what he wants. It's like literally
Putin's been playing everybody this whole fucking time.
Yes.
And we knew it since the Mueller report.
Always.
Since the Mueller report, we fucking knew.
Yeah.
Mueller put together the pieces that let you know without a nipple hair of doubt that Russia was absolutely involved in this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And if you know Vladimir Putin and have known the history of Vladimir Putin for the last 30 years,
right?
You know what the fuck is going on,
What
and
his
that
mission is.
guy plays long game and he plays chess.
Yep. Ukraine is just as involved because don't forget Ukraine was being bullied by Trump in the first administration under Putin's
well, don't
demands.
forget that Russia was part of our post-Soviet Union democracy plan.
Yeah.
Russia was one of our biggest projects.
Mm-hmm.
And like they've turned into this like evil, I don't know what. So Russia's like, You ever seen Avengers Age of Ultron?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Russia's like Ultron, bro. Or whatever that AI thing is, that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Is that Ultron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russia's Ultron.
Russia's Ultron. I mean, sure, yeah. Or at least, again, as we say always, the government of Russia, not the Russian people, because that is true. Because they're probably just as pissed off. You know, the actual people that are gonna get hit with bombs and fucking and the blowback from this shit, because Iran has already started fighting back because we knew they would, because that's part of their shit.
That's good, and I'm glad you brought us to that, because that was the second thing we had to talk about today is the Iran ceasefire demands.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you listen to Bad Libs, you're pretty educated. Trump made demands, which was basically like, everyone lay down your guns. I'm picking your new leader. We're taking all your oil. If you got cash, we'll take that too.
There's a bucket over there.
If you have any teenage girls,
we'll take them too. There's a bucket over there.
Have them talk to Barron. Barron's running Jeffrey's old position. We made a new Jeffrey, much younger this time. We will build him better.
Better and stronger.
Better and stronger, more sinister. Baron Trump, a new level of dumb evil.
New Epstein, Baron Trump.
So Iran, because obviously, no matter what, it's on for Iran. They're going to keep fighting this war unless they get exactly what they want.
Right.
Because they got nothing to lose. Nah, fuck you, homie. You already killed the Ayatollah. It's already on.
Which they knew was coming anyway.
It's not like it's going to stop being on anytime soon.
Everybody's going to play their parts now.
You don't get to just go golfing and tell the troops to take a vacation.
Right.
And then we get a new episode of America, the ugh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's how Trump thinks.
Yeah.
I'll just stop bombing them. We'll say, all right, you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
And we're going to go back to robbing and stealing.
Right. And to that point, maybe that's why you're right, that there won't ever be boots on the ground there. Because I keep thinking maybe there will be, because he's the kind of guy that can't walk away when he's down so hard. You know what I mean?
No.
He can't even get break even. He's just got to keep
dumping.
Boots
on the ground is a headshot to the MAGA fucking base.
Is it though?
Yes.
Dude, I posted it to Facebook. I was like, hey, MAGA, how do you feel about your sons going to dying around? And, they said mostly the MAGAs that came into my comments were like, whatever. They know that that's what they sign up for. Maybe not everybody's a fucking beta cuck like you and isn't afraid to go die for freedom. The cult is got root of their brain, bro. That's what I keep trying to tell you. The coalesced crystallization of the MAGA thing, no, they ain't going nowhere.
But the Russian troops are already, this is like Russian troop type shit, and they're pissed off, but they can't do anything about it. Our troops can.
Can they?
I think, yeah.
I mean, I know they can. But what I'm saying is, with the pieces moved in the ways that they are, and the messaging that is going the way that, like, we don't even have a mainstream media that is constantly telling the soldiers, like,
if South Carolina told Lindsey Graham, you can't step foot in this state until you stop this war.
Yeah.
This war will stop.
Oh, dude. I am the first person to say that the American people never use their strength the way they should, because look at what happened in Minneapolis. You eventually had ICE get the fuck out.
But if you had thousands of American troops dying in ground combat in Iran, that's what you'd get.
You would, but here's the thing, though.
And in theory, if we put troops on the ground, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, for sure. But look what happened in Iraq. Like, the problem is, and it's not a problem per se, honestly, but here's the issue. In American wars, the number of human casualties keep going down, right? So even though, like, our generation literally lost thousands of people in Iraq and Afghanistan, it still is a pittance compared to the people that we lost in, like, World War II, right? Especially, they all pale in comparison to the Civil War. So what I'm saying is...
Well, you're correct. This is going to be more of a supply and logistics war.
And as soon as he uses the word excursion, bro, that means boots on the ground. And he's used it, like, twice. The Republicans always want boots on the ground. And that's the thing, is he might not care, but his puppeteers sure as fuck do. This is Rubio's war. This is Hegseth's war.
He'll put boots on the ground in Cuba before he puts boots on the ground in Iran.
I think he'll put boots on the ground anywhere he thinks he needs to put
boots
on the ground.
They want to have a drone war in Iran. They want to have a aircraft That's why they said we took down their whole Navy, and they may have taken down their entire Navy, which means our entire Navy is running around their borders with free reign, which means we can fuck up everything.
Yeah, well, and I just listened to NPR about this today on the way down, and they were saying, they asked, like, well, if we sunk all their boats, then how are they able to attack these commercial, whatever? And they're like, well, just because you sink the Navy doesn't mean there's not a way to, like, attack other boats and stuff.
The Strait of Hormuz is 21 miles wide, which means you could attack it with surface-to-surface missiles,
You don't
with
need a Navy.
guns, with mines, with drones, with all types of things.
These are the local native. I mean, dude, this is literally the playbook for so many American bungles since Korea. It's why so much of Star Wars is written around America's fucked up imperialism. It's because that's what we do now. So that, like, I would love to agree with you, because I think you're right. Like, what they want is a drone war, but that's not sexy enough to some of these people. They want to see the boots on the ground. Because, again, I posed it to the MAGA trolls, and they were like, no, it's cool. I don't care. Let them die. And that is true, dude. Coming from that cult, they don't see American vets the same way. They're just like, whatever.
Yeah,
they took the paycheck.
I don't think sending a huge brigade of American soldiers to Iran like we did to Iraq is going to happen.
Yeah, I think it'll be more targeted. It'll be more targeted.
I think they're just going to fucking piss through money and shoot Tomahawk cruise missiles at everything that moves.
And that's true whether they put boots
and they're
going to
use drone warfare, and they're going to use fucking those planes that fly overhead and kill people.
Right.
From that they've been using for 15 years. Like, we're going to try and out-tech them and out-supply them and out-economic them.
Yeah.
But the Iranian people are willing to go through way worse shit than the American people.
Right.
And they have a lot less of a choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So regardless of how fucked up our democracy is, Americans still run our streets.
For now,
yeah.
As long as ICE agents.
But ICE ain't really been bullying anybody.
I mean,
I don't think
or is it just not hitting the news? Like, I'm just saying, like,
well, there's things that aren't hitting the news. I've spoken to people on the ground in LA that said ICE officers were fired upon by people in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons they got the fuck out of town, is because they weren't really interested in a gunfight.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
they're interested in executing people.
Right. They're interested in bully shit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but when somebody shoots back, that's why everybody's seen videos of dudes from certain hoods getting in ICE officers' face.
Yeah.
Talking about, fuck you gonna do with that gun?
Right.
You think you're the only person with guns around here?
Right.
We shoot.
Right.
And then the dudes just get in their unmarked cars
and drive away
and fucking leave.
Yeah. With their tails between their legs.
Yeah. Unmarked cars.
Yeah.
Fucking bonkers.
Every time I see an unmarked car around here that's got exempt plates, I assume it's an ICE agent now. I just assume it. And they're all fucking over the place in the IE. I hate it.
Third world ass country.
Bitch ass bullshit.
Another quote from Bad Libs, the prime birth. The United States is a third world country with a Gucci belt.
That's truth, dude.
What a fucking joke.
It's
so
like
Iran's ceasefire demands permanent end to hostilities. Iran demands a total, lasting end to the war rather than a temporary truce. Security guarantees. Iran requires binding reassurances that the U.S. and Israel will not repeat aggressive actions against them. No negotiations under pressure. Tehran has rejected negotiations while under the maximum pressure of continued military strikes and sanctions. So stop attacking us or we won't even negotiate.
Right, which makes sense. Anybody would say that.
Self-defense justification. Iran maintains its actions are, quote, legitimate self-defense and argues that it is not the initiator of the conflict. Preventing enemy regrouping. Iran fears a premature ceasefire would allow the U.S. and Israel to rearm and attack again.
Sure.
Right to retaliate. Iran has indicated it will not violate a ceasefire unless Israel does so first. positioning its military stance as defensive, which is pretty much their only option, except for all the drones they're throwing at people.
Yeah, and they would just argue that those are defensive, like retaliatory strikes because they're like, we wouldn't be launching them if you hadn't attacked us first. I'm not even necessarily taking Iran and the fucking, the Ayatollah.
Well, they're gonna have to come to terms.
Yeah, dude,
we're not gonna be able to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed.
Not without serious fucking
for a long time.
Problems. Yeah,
Trump's mini garks are going to start going out of business.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. And now just imagine, American people, what had happened if we took Jimmy Carter's advice 5 decades ago, got ourselves energy independent and renewable. We wouldn't even be fucking worrying about what happens to gas prices right now.
What's funny is we are energy independent. We produce enough oil and natural gas in our 50 states
to meet our demand.
Yeah.
But do we make enough to profit?
No. And do we love fighting in the Middle East? Yes. How else are we going to fucking sell all these missiles?
Right, goddamn it, I have 12 missiles to sell.
How else are we going to make $14 million so 150 fucking school children can die
at once?
How are we going to do that? Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
Why can't we do something fun with it? Like a reality TV show. Like we're going to set up like a bunch of like fake targets over there and launch like half of America's artillery at it. And won't that be fun?
Yeah, man. Could somebody just get Halliburton to sell like water balloons?
And Nerf guns and shit?
Or something, man. Because this shit is out of control. So basically, Iran's position is suck my dicka.
Yeah. And why wouldn't they be in that position?
It has to be their position. They know if they back down that Israel and the United States will go all the way.
And they know they don't have to back down because Uncle Vlad is backing their play.
And yeah, you killed the old man, but Big Dick's here, Skippy.
Yeah.
The Ayatollah's son or the new Ayatollah or whatever, he's 56.
Yeah, and in bed like
and
this tight with China and Russia.
He's meaner than his daddy. Yeah. He's more of a fascist.
Of course
he's going to be worse to his people.
Yeah. Again, not to
say
that.
Any of you Persian fuckheads who are like, Trump's going to help fucking Iranians. Oh, good call, dicks.
Oh, man.
I know that the Ayatollah was the worst, but, trading fucking cancer for herpes AIDS is like...
No, for real, Steve.
I mean, what are we doing here, people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like we're making... fucking good decisions by having Donald Trump be our president.
Right. I'm starting to feel like maybe Donald Trump is making some bad decisions and choices.
Here's the thing. After careful consideration.
After crunching the numbers.
It's starting to really look like...
Son, sit down. Look at this spreadsheet. Okay, I've got spark charts. Look at this pie chart. This pie chart here.
It's starting to look like Donald Trump... might not be good at this.
Right. I'm having this weird premonition, like maybe he's not a good president when it comes to president stuff. It might have been a bad idea, James. Oh no! What have we done? Oops!
Hold on. I'm a dead cat having an orgasm. This is bad. Dude, man.
Can I tell you something though?
Could you imagine if we were live and we couldn't edit this?
It would be people would be dying in the fucking aisles right now because what, dude? What are we supposed to do?
Why?
No, right. You eventually look, dude. Every comedian knows this. You eventually run out of things you can say about this shit. You eventually run out of like ways you can be lighthearted about it, and that's why. Like some of the comedians I follow are some of the best trolls in the comments because like they just don't give a fuck anymore. Like you can try to not lose half your fan base, but I think we've all done the math and realized MAGA is only about 20 to 25% of the country. You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of us are just frustrated because we're like, since we are the type where we don't believe we can just round them up and throw them out of helicopters and we can't just beat them into submission. We hit a brick wall where we have to start impersonating cats having orgasms after they die.
MAGA broke my brain.
MAGA broke all our brains, dude. People are always like, damn, you got TDS. All you post about is Trump. I'm like, you guys never let him go away. Do you think I'd be posting about Trump if he was fucking president?
You think
right
I
now?
want to do this?
Right? Fuck no. Go back and look at my posts from when Obama was president.
Dude, when Biden was president,
Oh my God.
all I did was get blowjobs.
Get or give?
Get!
Okay, sorry. You
Now
didn't
it's all I
enunciate.
do is give them, bro. Trump got me out here S&D, boy. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's better than not having a job.
But
Pick yourself up by your blow straps, bro.
But listen, man, do you want to get nuked by Iran?
Right?
Iran?
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry.
I guess it's better than getting nuked.
I hate when libtards say Iran. Who's Iran?
Right?
It's
It's
Iran.
I ran into the war zone and blew him up. I mean, I didn't, but my cousin's son's nephew did. Did you ever serve? I served 3 tours.
I ran to the grocery store and bought very small condoms and had sex with a rotten potato. We have news headlines, but
Sure we do.
we're skipping the war with Iran because
about it.
we talked about it, and
had to
the
make it a whole special
producers
episode.
the producers gave me some information that I
Okay.
feel like is outdated and we already covered.
Okay.
Is it still 6 U.S. soldiers?
No, it's 7 now, I think.
Right. Outdated as producers,
Yeah.
nerds. So we're going to go right to congressional and cabinet news.
Yeah, let's go.
My favorite type of news. Talk about all the main characters.
Right.
Not all these NPCs. We're talking about main characters.
All the people enabling the war in Iran we just
So
talked
Pamela J. Bondi
about. Oh, my God.
was subpoenaed.
Yes.
The GOP led,
Yeah.
a.k.a. the servants of the king, subpoenaed the king's
Personal attorney
personal attorney,
Yeah.
who's playing the role
of attorney general.
of attorney general.
Right.
The House Oversight Committee, this is Jim Jordan's committee, the Oversight Committee subpoenaed Attorney General Pam Bondi on Wednesday as part of an investigation into the Jeffrey Epstein Files.
Right. The thing that will not go away. Doesn't matter how many wars you can start, because that's the thing. Like, since people aren't being drafted into this war, they have plenty of time to look at their fucking phones and realize, like, well, there might be a war going on over there, but I still have this at home. And the Epstein Files are like the one thing that he is like in danger of losing his base on, because he's, you know what I mean? Like he campaigned on blowing those doors wide open.
Like, I read an article, or maybe it was just some type of like info thing
like a
on
dump.
Right, like, and I don't know. I obviously didn't research all of this a lot, but it listed all the lawsuits that Trump has settled for having sex and or assaulting young women between the ages of 11 and 14.
Okay.
And then it showed a picture of him with Ivanka
Yeah.
when she was about that age.
Yeah.
And she was dressed up like a prostitute.
Sure.
And would he drop a nuke to not confront the fact, like, do you think he molested his daughter?
I don't know, dude. I think he's a certain kind of dude, and I've known dudes like this that get rich, and then they're like daddy's dads, but you like look at like the pictures of their daughters on their desk, and it's like them in a bikini and shit, and you're like, it's just something does. And again, I don't know. And I'm not here to say that everybody who loves their daughter is molesting them, but it does reach a certain point where when you're like on Howard Stern's show and you're talking about what a piece of ass your daughter is, like,
Well, there's that.
no, what I'm saying is you don't get to that point if you haven't like her whole life made weird fucking comments.
But this is where it's like you get
But
into
does it go
those,
beyond
like,
the comments? I don't know.
But also, like, it just makes me think of Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
And the whole, like, beauty pageant
Yes.
culture in this country that's, like, mad gross.
Yeah.
Like, if I know somebody who puts their daughters in those pageants, it's kind of like, dog, really?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I won't end a friendship over it, but it is.
Like,
but it
why
is
are you
like,
trying
yeah.
to make your 9-year-old sexy
Right, why are
for
you
a bunch
pimping
of
your
grown
9-year-old?
men?
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's always grown men judges.
Yeah. I thought Little Miss Sunshine taught us that it's just, there are better ways to give little girls self-esteem and happiness.
For sure.
Right? Like, stop sexualizing your fucking kids and then accusing us of being groomers.
But Trump's probably like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, dude.
And it's right in front of everybody's face.
Yeah.
And nobody, I don't want to say nobody, but not enough people are stopping it.
Yeah.
And then a big portion of the people who won't stop it,
Yeah.
it's because they do it too.
Yeah, it has to be because there's no other reason, right?
Yeah, that was something identified early on that I noticed is that rapey dudes protect rapists.
Dudes. Yeah.
Yeah. Misogynists protect misogynists.
Yeah.
But non-rapey men need to confront rapey men.
100%.
Just like non-racist men need to confront racist men.
Yeah. 100%. It's not incumbent on the victims. You know what I mean? It's the
correct.
It's the people that are in the position to say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah. So so again, to answer your question, I don't know if he did or not, but I don't even know from everything that I've read in the Epstein Files if it's a legally prosecutable case beyond reasonable doubt that he did these things, right? But what I like about our system is I'm not a fucking lawyer, and I try law in the court of public appeals and public opinion, and I think he's guilty as fuck at the bare minimum of sex trafficking young women, maybe of legal age, and then very, very likely participated in some shit with underage women. There's just no getting around it.
But it seems as though he may have actually settled lawsuits.
Related to that stuff? Actually, in the Epstein Files, I don't know, because some much
Correct.
of this gets like locked up and closed up. This is what's problematic.
I don't
about
think
our
you had to
justice
get
system.
to the Epstein file to
Correct.
get that information.
Right. Remember, Florida actually indicted him for running a similar fucking Epstein-like operation not that long ago. Like, literally not that long ago, Florida opened up an investigation into this. Maybe he wasn't indicted. I'll check myself on that. But Florida broke news about them investigating the same exact shit that he basically, because what he does all his life is he sees that it works for somebody else. He copies it way worse.
Yeah.
And that's what he did here. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, he might as well be. That's the thing, right? Because I do think it's important not to call people pedophiles who aren't pedophiles, right? Like that's because it weakens what that is to what it really is, and it hurts the victims just as much as it hurts anybody else, right? But
yeah.
But if you were to show me the facts as they are now and say you have to make a wager, I'm gonna.
He's
give
a
you,
statutory rapist.
Yeah, I'd put $100.
Let's go with that.
I'd put $100 on him having done it before I put $100 on him having not done it. That's my point.
Also, the way he talks about his own daughter is disgusting.
Also, the way that everybody who's read the Epstein Files that comes out of these congressional hearings and says, "Oh my God, the shit that's in there is horrific," and he's in it, right? Like,
I also think that his daughter would protect him.
1,000,000%. His daughter would, his son would, because they are a Cosa Nostra. They are a mafia.
For sure. And then she's doing real good. Things
Fuck
worked
yeah,
out just
dude.
fine for her.
The Saudis sidled up and said, "Hey, you want to produce some comedy?" What if Ivanka was the one that put on the Saudi Comedy Festival?
Then I would be shocked. Because she did not. That was that Dimitri speaking. We do have some other key headlines to discuss this episode. The Fed nomination. The White House formally nominated Kevin Warsh to serve as the next chair of the Federal Reserve.
All right.
So the White House is trying to rig the Fed.
Yeah, so that they'll raise or lower interest rates low enough to where Trump can, like, you know, steal more at cheaper rates. And of course, that would be the one fucking thing he could do that could help working class people around here. Is lower
He's going to
interest rates.
dump an insane amount of cash onto the economy, which is always fun for a little bit.
Yeah, remember COVID stimulus checks?
And then you're going to see fucking inflation like you can't imagine. That's what happened in fucking Russia.
Right.
Like before, when when everybody got killed and the fucking Communist Party started, you would have a wheelbarrow full of rubles and couldn't buy a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And that's what Trump's about to do. Just dump cash on and it'll just be stupid. It's already stupid.
Yeah. Now again, like I happen to think that the Fed should have lowered rates at least 3 times last year because the working class people, like they always say, well, the rich people are the ones that really benefit from that. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. They've rigged this system so that you never want to help them because all you fucking, middle management fuck faces are comfortable where you are, but the rest of us that actually need our mortgage payments to be about $400 or $500 a month less, and then we can fucking survive and play the America game. We need interest rates to be cut. So that's another reason I hate Trump, because I hate it when he grabs onto the right issue with the right fucking solution, because he ruins everybody on it. You know what I mean? Because his solution is going to be to go gangster, throw Powell out, and put in, if he could, he'd put Don Jr. in there. You know what I mean?
He'd put anybody in there.
Bonacetta.
Yeah, you're not really doing anything.
My son, Donald Jr. is going to be the president of the Federal Reserve Board.
Stephen Miller's calling all the shots anyway. Everybody else is just a fucking monkey with a uniform on.
Boss, I think we should bomb Iran.
Economic impact. The Dow fell as much as 1,200 points this week due to war-related volatility, closing down 400 points on Wednesdays. So,
It's like clockwork, dude. Like so much of what we're going to talk about right now is going to feel to you and me like deja vu, like 25 fucking years ago. Because this always happens. We go to war. The defense contractor stocks go up, but everybody else's go the fuck down. Because
the rich
goes
get richer.
Up. Yep.
The rich buy cheap.
Yep.
And people fucking rip the copper out of their houses.
Yep. And the fucking catalytic converters out from under their cars to fucking pay for food.
Yeah. And then they kill themselves by closing the garage and revving up the engine.
Right.
It's going to be that ugly time. We've seen this a bunch of times now.
So many times,
It does keep happening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like the suicide rate for U.S. servicemen.
Right. Yeah.
That we never talk about.
Correct.
It just keeps happening.
Wow. Hey, Owen Wilson, how do you feel about that? Wow.
I think wow.
What do you think about how we're just stuck in a cycle?
One every day and we just never stop. Wow.
Ka-chow.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
See, we found the funny. You just got to disassociate from reality.
Internal tensions. Spain denied White House claims of military cooperation in the Middle East, escalating a diplomatic feud with the Trump administration.
Yeah.
So Trump wants to have beef with Spain.
Right, because he wants to claim that Spain is helping him, and Spain's like, no, the fuck we're not. Because that's basically what they're saying. They're saying, like, no, we are not helping you in this. And now Trump is going to be even more pissed at them.
Well, just like England, they told us we couldn't use our bases there.
And that's what they should do. Like, if America's going to walk out on this fucking plank by themselves, then they should have to walk it by them fucking selves.
You mean by ourselves? We are America, Schlarman.
I mean, I know.
There's no more American than us.
I mean, I get it.
We're wearing dollar sunglasses. Recording a podcast.
In your kitchen.
In my kitchen.
Yes. On cheap Chinese knockoff GoPros.
Absolutely.
America.
Imagine who owns this house. Yeah. They made the GoPros.
It's like all the same company.
It's all the same
You go to the factory and they're like, what do you want? I want a camera and a house. Okay, you're going to go to factory number 2 and factory number 3. All right, cool.
We can't actually sell you a house.
Right.
But we can rent you
We can
one.
rent you the house.
Yeah. There's a neighborhood being built by me that the builders aren't selling the houses. The builders are renting them directly. The builders are renting them directly.
You can just imagine how much that rent is going to be.
It's going to be high.
Yeah.
And it's going to be nice.
Of course it will be.
But
for the people who can afford it.
For people who can afford it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be temporary.
Yep.
Because you're basically just running on the wheel to to get the cheese.
Yeah, and you're not building equity.
You're not building equity. You're just making that company
Yeah,
wealthier
yeah,
and
yeah.
wealthier and
Yeah,
wealthier
yeah.
and wealthier.
Yeah. So
You're handing off your labor's fruits
yeah,
to the master.
that's exactly right.
You're working to increase their wealth, not your own.
Yeah, that's how most
Because there is no more middle class.
right. And what you're describing is what a certain sect of the population has been brainwashed into thinking is actually the good thing about living in America and being an American is working for nobody, not getting ahead, and just dying fucking poor. That's really what it is right now. That is, I mean, and I'm not trying to bring everything
You're just
down,
renting
but
a life.
yeah, dude.
As long as you can earn, you
Yeah.
can live. If
Yeah.
you can earn good, you can live good.
That's right.
Everything's for rent.
Yeah.
But nothing's owned.
Right.
The people own nothing.
Right.
They work
Yeah.
to rent their life.
You download your digital movies. Guess what? If Amazon says you don't own them anymore, you don't fucking own them anymore, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like that's the world we live in everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and these are the people that are buying his ballroom for him.
Unless you
So-
can afford litigation. You ever tried that?
Can't talk about it, but trying it.
It's called contingency.
Yeah, I tried it. It was terrible. And
Yeah, dude. You got to have unending amounts of money.
contingency these nuts, bro.
Tinge these dicks.
Continge these nuts.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we at?
We're talking.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Estamos hablando.
Estamos hablando. Sí.
¿Hablas español?
Poquito.
Jaime?
Poquito, pero quiero hablar mucho better. You know what I mean? Like I took like 3 years in high school. I went
En
like,
español, Jaime. En
yeah.
español.
Oh, sí. Yo tengo 3 años en la clase de español y in my past I lived.
Escucha, tú tienes
Escucha mis señales.
un penga muy pequeño.
Ah.
I said you have a small penis because I'm a child.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'm like 11,
It's okay.
realistically speaking.
Chinga all the madres, you know what I mean? I get it.
Chinga all the madres. Not all the madres.
No,
I
no.
love you, Mom. Can you imagine going to an Erica Kirk rally
I
right
can
now?
only because I was dragged to like that kind of shit as a kid, and it's a nightmare that I never want to relive again. I would never. I can't even.
So what do? You go, you buy some funnel cake.
buy some merch. You fucking
buy some merch,
Dude,
and
I
then
went to
they
a Rush
tell you some
Limbaugh
things.
fucking event in Colorado when I was like 12 or 13. Wow. Yeah, you can look it up. It's called Dan's Bake Sale. It's like this whole big like cult of Rush thing, and I was still in it, so it never really clicked.
And they
with
just
me.
sell a bunch of overpriced baked goods.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the
because they
margin
were-
on baked goods is killer.
Well, and the reason they were doing it is because they were making fun of liberals in the country who were starting to do bake sales to try to pay for the cuts in the education budget that conservatives were doing. So this whole thing was mocking liberals trying to just like fucking keep their kids educated.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Groomers are the Southern Baptists because they're the ones that groom your kids to become the next generation of Southern Baptists, conservatives. So there you go. Don't go to Dan's Bake Sale is what I'm
Don't
trying
go
to
to
say.
Dan's Bake Sale. I have to say some official things. If you've listened this far, make sure whatever platform you're listening or watching on, rate the podcast, leave a comment, leave a review,
Please, yes.
share it if you can.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate that.
Whatever format you choose, we're there.
Yeah,
and
if
it's
you're
just
on
really cool.
Instagram, we're there. Jambo Schlarmbo.
Yeah, Zach
and
Miller
Zach-
Dog.
That's right. So make sure you're checking us out on all
do.
those places. And we will see you guys next week for the next episode of Bad Libs, the Afterbirth. Peace.